Good morning everybody, we're here in Jerusalem. It's April 2013 and I have the privilege to be sitting here with David Pittman. Good morning David.
Good morning.
You first came to Israel in 2001?
2001, yes.
Can you let us know what it was like for you when you first came to the land of the Bible, the Holy Land?
Well, it's very interesting because prior to making that trip, I'd not really thought a great deal about coming to the Holy Land. But the opportunity was there, I came, and I was converted in the sense that I discovered for myself the power of being able to associate personally with all of these very special places in the Bible story.
Yes.
And that was the point at which I decided I had to come back and bring others to share the experience.
Well, we find that often with people, that I say to people, you've got to be careful because there's something about this place that seems to get under your skin.
Yes, it captures you.
Yes, and so many times we've heard stories of people, even including ministers, that have said, I've taught from the scriptures, I've read the scriptures, I've heard people lecture, and then to actually come here and experience it firsthand has sort of opened up a whole other dimension for me when I go to look at the scriptures.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
When I was here the first time, I actually wrote a sermon on Mount Zion, which I preached the Sunday after I got home.
Yeah.
And that was a very significant thing to do, to actually engage with the scripture and prepare that sermon while I was here.
And you got some good compliments on it from the congregation?
Oh, I got plenty of compliments.
You're used to that probably.
No, but it was significant to do that, and that was a part of the experience of the way in which this place does capture you. You know, there is an emotional connection. It's not just a faith connection. It's very much a feeling thing that you take away with you. And I've been looking forward to coming back ever since.
Yes. Well, I mean, we're 10 minutes walk from Jerusalem, which to me is the heart and soul of what's happened throughout humanity and Christianity, and it all played out just around the corner from where we're sitting right now.
That's exactly right. Yes.
Abraham went to offer up Isaac on the Temple Mount, and Jesus was on the Mount of Olives, came in through the Garden of Gethsemane, his death, his resurrection, his ascension into heaven. The city's been filled with kings and prophets and for centuries, and it's just literally across the road from where we're sitting.
Yes, indeed.
So much.
And it's not just the memories, because I forget the days a bit, but I think 2 days ago, we went underground.
Yeah.
And down into Hezekiah's tunnel and the Canaanite tunnel and the West Wall tunnel.
Yeah.
And you're there standing on
the
pavement of first century.
Yes.
You know, you go back 2,000 years. And we actually looked down a shaft at one point that went another 30 metres, and I don't doubt if I come back in 10 years they'll be back to 1000 BC in terms of history. So it's very real. It's very real when you know you are standing where those people actually lived. Yes.
It's very poignant.
Yes.
Absolutely. So some of the highlights for you on this trip?
Certainly coming back to Jerusalem has been really important, and it needs to be the climax. You don't want to start in Jerusalem. We've been here over 2 weeks, and I think to be in Jerusalem at the end of our tour is really important. And the last day we'll go to the Garden Tomb and we'll do communion there, and we'll sit and reflect on the time we've spent together here in the Holy Land. So Jerusalem has to be the climax. But there have been so many highlights along the way. In some ways it's difficult to distinguish them.
Sometimes it takes till when you get home and you think back and reflect.
Yes, but I mean, we were early on at the Sea of Galilee. We had 4 days there. And so to cross the Red Sea, to go to Capernaum, and the places, all of those places,
All the miracles.
Yeah, Mount of the
Jesus'
Beatitudes and so on.
Yeah.
That was a great way to start,
Yes.
because that's where Jesus spent most of his ministry, in and around Galilee. So that was a great place to start. We went over into Jordan, had a couple of special experiences there, came back into Israel. We've been to Masada, we've been to Jericho, been to Bethlehem. We spent time yesterday recapturing something of the story of Abraham and eating a traditional Bedouin meal. There's just memory after memory, and our group is soaking it all up and having a great time.
Yes. And we know from our experience that sometimes living right across the other side of the world, that some people perceive that Israel and coming to the Holy Land is to be a little bit of an unsafe place to come, or as far as the destination goes. Has it been your experience since you've been here that it's been well orchestrated, the way that things have gone, and you felt safe and secure here in the land of the Bible?
Felt absolutely safe all the time.
Yeah.
I did 10 years ago when I was here, and I have this time, and all the group have.
Yeah.
I mean, we reassured people, because folk were registering to come on this trip, and family was saying, and relatives were saying, "Oh, why are you going to Israel? It's dangerous."
Yes.
And we want people to get the message that that just is not the case.
Yeah.
It's a very safe place to come, and the local people look after us very well.
Yeah.
And folk can register to come on a tour to Israel without any fear or anxiety at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you for taking the time to share with us. It's been a real privilege to meet you and share this time with you and the group in Israel. And hopefully, as the song goes, next year in Jerusalem, or perhaps the year after, you maybe come back and return again.
We're already talking about coming back, so be assured.
Thank you, David.
Yes.